Hi everyone. Welcome to Daily Recaps. Today, I am going to explain a movie called The Unperfect Guy. Hope you like it. Enjoy the video and take care. The movie starts with a young Russian woman named Sveta. She lives in a small apartment with her boyfriend Borya. Sveta has recently left her job at a car showroom company and is currently interviewing for a job at a multi-million robotic company. Vadim Sergeevich, her potential boss, is impressed by her intelligence and names her in his organization as a manager for the upcoming launch. While traveling back home, Sveta is ecstatic. She enters her kitchen to find her influencer and personal trainer, Borya, working out. Sveta notices Borya's peculiar behavior but says nothing. A noise is heard from the bathroom which Borya claims is a client, but his lie is soon caught when a girl with only a towel comes out of it. As he makes up justifications, Sveta looks at her boyfriend with teary eyes. She also notices him hiding a packet of contraception on the floor, but doesn't call him out for it. Borya is clearly cheating on her, but Sveta is too emotionally attached to him to let him go. After the woman leaves, Borya cooks breakfast for them as an awkward silence prevails in the kitchen. Having had enough of Sveta's silence, he asks her to speak and curse him because he deserves it. Sveta still insists nothing is wrong with their relationship, which makes Borya even more furious. He hands her a slipper, urging her to hit him, but she declines. Things get heated when he starts to bang his head to the fridge and throws his dumbbell off the balcony. The couple is summoned downstairs to pay for it after it crashes into someone's car. Even though the man was at fault, Borya starts arguing with him. When Sveta stops him, he declares that they have broken up and leaves. Sveta is devastated. Her mood from the morning changes entirely and she begins to cry. The following day is her first day at work. Her coworker Vid explains everything she has to do throughout the day. Her first task is to unpack the human-like androids, sync them with their tablets, and ask them for their model number. Once the numbers match, she must scan the barcode behind each person's ears and refer them to room number 21 for an evaluation. One cannot distinguish between the androids and humans because they are so similar. To enable customers to choose one based on their needs, the company has given each of them a unique personality and a specialty. The first box that Sveta opens is a well-built fitness trainer. From beside him, Sveta carefully takes the tablet, links him to it. His neck, which was made of iron till now, starts to transform to look like a human. When the robot opens its eyes, it startles Sveta. She is confused about what she should do next, but the smart robot briefs her. Sveta does as he says and sends him for evaluation. Next, she opens a box with a beautiful model inside it. She, too, is as smart as the first guy. By her third time, Sveta gets a hang of the job and does it efficiently. She unpacks a cook, a political leader, a maid, and other robots. She is forced to use all of her knowledge when a box with a friend refuses to reveal his model number. He says he just had a really bad dream and declines to get up. Sveta worries that he might be defective and asks him to go to the evacuation room, but he says he's afraid and gives her a hug instead. She tells Vid about the situation over the phone. Before seeing the friend for himself, he almost doesn't believe her. When he checks, he discovers that the friend has error 102. The robot is scared because this might mean they will demolish him to create a new and better robot. He starts to cry about how short his life was. Even while crying, he compliments Sveta's beauty because he cannot help it. Flirting and being friendly is coded in his program. Their boss Vadim Sergeevich is called for the final verdict of the situation. He wants to send the defective one back to Japan, but Sveta retaliates, saying that they can sell him at a discount because of the defect. Vadim Sergeevich accepts and requests that she get the robots ready for the prospective customers. They are then kept on platforms for an exhibition so that potential customers can talk to them and choose which one to purchase. Sveta is anxious because she needs to show the clients the robots. She admits to the friend that she lacks confidence as a result of her recent breakup with her boyfriend, but he reassures her that she will succeed. Sveta introduces the friend to a wealthy woman who is searching for a suitable robot. She is skeptical about buying him at first, but changes her mind when he flatters her with several compliments. However, while trying to win her acceptance, the friend starts getting weirdly sexual. Yet, the woman asks Sveta to pack him up until she comes to pick him up. Later, when Sveta is working on her computer, the friend approaches her and apologizes for his inappropriate jokes. He also thanks her for being such a good salesperson and compliments her talent. As they talk, He suggests she buy him so they can be good friends forever. Sveta laughs and claims that he is out of her budget. The friend admits that he purposefully made the offensive joke because, if chosen, he would never see her again. He then moves in closer to kiss Sveta on the lips, but she pulls away right away. At last, they share an awkward hug and separate. The next day, the company holds a runway show to display all the robots. The show is a success, and most of them are sold out quickly. At the end of the day, Vadim Sergeevich is drunk and cannot drive home himself. Vadim Sergeevich and Sveta are offered a ride by Vit to their residences. Vit extends a 4-month-away concert invitation to Sveta as they are on their way home. It is clear that he has grown fond of her. All throughout the journey, they sing. When they reach Sveta's apartment, Vadim Sergeevich insists on taking her to her room although he is drunk. He falls asleep on the couch, so Sveta doesn't bother to wake him up and goes to sleep herself. She is shocked to discover that the woman has already taken the friend when she gets to work the next day. Although it is her first successful sale, and she should be happy, something doesn't feel right. Just then, she gets a text from the friend. He has sent her a video thanking her for being his friend even if it was only for a day. He even recites a self-written poem for her. Sveta is left smitten after listening to it. She cannot help but call his owner with the excuse of checking up on him. The friend excitedly tells her that his owner is making him wear an animal onasi. He says that he misses her before hanging up. The next day at work, his owner barges in complaining about the robot's behavior. The friend follows her behind and says that he doesn't want to stay with her because she makes him wear stupid clothes and treats him like a slave, which hurts his pride. Vadim Sergeevich apologizes to the customer and ensures her a full refund. He is enraged with the friend for damaging the reputation of his business. Sveta stops him as he is about to strike the robot by offering to buy him instead. For the next few days, she collects money from her friend Katya, her mother, and from the bank and finally brings the friend home. At night, he sleeps on the floor beside her bed. They discuss a name for him and decide on Yegor. Sveta wakes up the next morning to Yegor making her a delicious breakfast. He sends her off to work and texts her the whole day. The two are slowly but surely falling in love. Sveta spends a night out with her best friend Katya, who is about to get engaged thanks to her boyfriend. With the expectation that she will be proposed to, she invites Sveta and Yegor to her birthday party and requests that they sit in the front row. One day, Yegor is at home alone when Borya enters and inquires about him. Yegor punches him in the face because he thinks he is an intruder. Additionally, he dodges all of Borya's blows. Borya, who has 1 million followers, recognizes his distinctive personality and challenges him to a pull-up competition. Yegor accepts the challenge in good faith. The live video goes viral, and a lot of people join in. Sveta also sees it and rushes home to find a drunk Borya and Yegor in the front of her building. She turns Yegor's power off and brings him to the apartment. She is furious at him for hanging out with her ex-boyfriend without her permission. Yegor asks her if she is still in love with Borya, clearly jealous. Sveta realizes how he feels, and the two kiss for the first time. That evening, they go to Katya's birthday party and meet her. Katya's boyfriend asks her to come to the stage, but never proposes to her. She loses her patience and asks him for the ring, embarrassing herself in front of everyone. Then, she runs to the back room, crying about the horrible night. Sveta follows her behind and makes Yegor sit with her while she goes to meet Katya's boyfriend. At the party, Borya is also broadcasting everything live to his supporters. Sveta hears Katya's boyfriend admit to being gay on Instagram Live. They go to tell Katya the truth, but find her giving sexual favor to Yegor. Sveta loses her mind and hits Katya with a bottle. Yegor's joy is broken when the bottle hits him because of her sudden movement. Sveta takes him home and invites Vit to repair his face. Sometime later, she takes off the bandage from his face and sees that Vit has changed his face altogether. Her day gets worse when she goes to the office and gets fired because of the live video of yesterday's event that went viral on the internet. Even while getting fired, she asks for a new face for Yegor, but Vadim Sergeevich dismisses her. So she takes help from Vit and sneaks into the warehouse at night. They look through the model of the boxes and finally find the one they were looking for. But their plan goes south when they realize Vadim Sergeevich has been watching them while on a bed with the model robot. He fires Vit from the job for bringing Sveta in, but lets them have the face for Yegor. On the ride back home, Sveta feels bad for Vit, but he assures her that he will find a new job soon. He is in love with her, but knows that they cannot be together because of Yegor. Sveta gives Yegor his old face back and the two start living like a happy couple. They start a YouTube family channel together and turn into huge influencers because of the uniqueness of their relationship. One day, Yeager proposes to Sveta on Instagram Live. She says yes and jumps around in happiness. In the following scene, Sveta is walking down the aisle to marry the love of her life. The pastor is a beautiful young lady. When she asks Yeager if he accepts Sveta as his wife, he flirts with the pastor rather than responding positively. When he requests her phone number, Sveta loses her cool. She flees home after being humiliated at her own wedding. Yeager trails her in an effort to disguise his flirting as a programming error. Sveta, however, is set in her ways. She cries and asks him why he did that to her, but Yeager lashes out at her, calling her a weakling. When Vit arrives, he explains that Error 109 is not really an error, but rather a feature shared by all friend robots, allowing them to mimic the actions of the person who first talks to them. So up until now, Yeager has been mirroring Sveta. He cheated on her with Katya because Sveta wanted Katya to get over her boyfriend. Even now, he is yelling at her because she is doing the same to him. Yeager realizes that he will only hurt her if he stays in her life. So he hands her the remote and asks her to turn him off and send him back to Japan. They kiss for the last time before she presses the button. 6 months after the incident, Sveta wakes up and goes to the kitchen to see Vit cooking for her. She is the object of his deepest love. She receives a text from Yeager while she is eating for the first time since their last conversation. As she watches the video, she locks herself in the restroom. Yeager says he is now in Japan and is happy. He also claims that he remembers all the time they spent together because those were the best moments in his life. Sveta watches the video with a smile on her face as Yeager sings for her in a Japanese warehouse. That's all from the movie. Thanks for watching. If you really want more interesting videos like this, then hit like and subscribe to support the daily recaps. See you again. Take care.